from the Allied powers a formal commitment to abolish all foreign privileges in China, as well as a formal Japanese renunciation of the 21 demands. To justify their demands, they invoked President Woodrow Wilson's wartime pledge to uphold the so-called 14 points, in particular, the Wilsonian commitment to national self-determination, territorial integrity, and open covenants openly arrived at. But it was to no avail. Preoccupied with dividing up the larger spoils of war, the Allied powers all but ignored China's demands. Within China, reaction to the hypocritical actions of the victorious Allied powers was swift and intense. On May 4th, 1919, more than 3,000 students from 13 schools and universities in Beijing gathered at Tiananmen, the famous Gate of Heavenly Peace, which stands at the southernmost portal of the Imperial Palace in the Forbidden City. The students angrily denounced the perfidious Westerners, as well as the scheming Japanese. And for good measure, they also vented their rage at the impotence of the Chinese negotiators in Versailles. Shouting radical anti-foreign slogans, the demonstrators marched to the residence of China's pro-Japanese Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, where they proceeded to burn his house to the ground. When police intervened to disperse the angry crowd, a number of students were arrested and several were beaten. At least one student died of his injuries. The next day, students throughout Beijing declared a strike. Resonant outcries of angry protest occurred in other Chinese cities as well, and in June, factory workers in Shanghai went on strike against all foreign-owned firms. To quell the mounting disorder, the military clique that ruled in Beijing promised to release all imprisoned students and to fire the pro-Japanese vice foreign minister. In a final act of defiance, China's representatives at the Versailles Conference were instructed not to sign the final peace agreement.